I'm watching the cats out.
Welcome. It's the Cats. We on Intellectual Radio. We on iHeartRadio. And we on Facebook Live.
Many a times.
And we here ready to let the cat out the bag. Meow. You know what? I know I say this week after week after week and then the next week, but I can't even make this stuff up. Our show just keep getting better and better and better
And better.
and better. Okay. And for those new listeners, in case you don't know, better is just a little bit better than better. So it's something about saying better that just make you feel sexy when you say it. So just try it sometimes. But let me tell you something. We got another week where we got like open topic. We're going to talk about a few different things. One of the things that we're talking about is I want to talk about this beard group too. I want people, you know, if you in the beard.
About the beard group. I cut my beard off,
and the gray pants group. And the gray pants group.
I can't be in the pants group no more.
And I want to talk about the D challenge and the P challenge. And then we got open questions. So if you guys got questions or anything that you want us to talk about today, our number is open. We got a few things we're going to talk about. So Monique, because I forgot all our topics, girl, but we got a few things. So we need y'all. So again, I'm going to kick this show off.
What should the topic be today,
I'm going to kick the show off like we always do. We got Mr. James J. Hustle in the building.
Yeah, buddy.
We got Miss Monique.
Hey, everybody.
So listen here, James.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's going on in your world? Yes.
Shit surviving. That's it.
Do you got some gray jogging pants? The gray sweats?
Yeah.
Because you've been talking about the gray sweats. I didn't know it was a group. Was it a group when you was talking about it?
It's been a group, but I guess since they made the beard group, they done did another gray sweatpants group or something like that. Why women acting like beards something that just came along?
Because you know what? My husband got a beard and gray sweatpants. I told him you can't even go outside.
You can't even let him out the house.
Yeah, you no one.
Y'all women, y'all be
a beard
watching.
and gray sweatpants. Like really, what's going on in your world?
Hey, babe. See, I can wear my gray sweats because I'm a grower, not a shower. Nah. If I get a little excited, yeah, buddy. Hey, I'm just being honest. Everybody don't do like this. We got magic sticks. Shit just grow.
Oh Jesus, take the wheel.
Please add me in the gray pants group. I have not seen it yet. I just want to check it out for
you. Know what? I ain't even trying to be funny. It's some. They say it's some stud chicks in the gray sweatpants group. Cause the studs be walking around wearing strap-ons. Like I ain't got nothing against gay people, but you want to be a man so goddamn bad. All these stud chicks, they got nice hairlines. That's one reason I hate them. That's the only reason I hate them because they got hairline and I don't. But they got nice hairlines. They taking testosterone shots. These bras got beards. They wear strap-ons 22 hours a goddamn day. They be talking all that stuff, want to get in your face, but as soon as you knock the hell out their ass, they go from I'm a man to, oh, he hit me. Help. What the fuck? Which one are you? Look, I don't care. If you a stud and you come in my face, you put your hands on me, I'm going to beat your ass like a man. You want to be a man, I'm going to show you what a man is.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man's not going in no groups. Matter of fact, better not have no Facebook page. Monique.
The man can't have a Facebook page?
Please. Monique, what's going on in your world? One Facebook in the house?
I got some weird stuff going on in my world. Now, I got my daughter checking out colleges. And by the way, she just turned 18. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So it's weird. I'm trying to checking out colleges for my daughter and everything like that. But yeah, I got a kid that just came to kindergarten. And so far, I've been to the school 4 times because he can't see eye to eye with the principal.
That's because he's short and the principal tall.
No, the principal is almost his height.
What?
So
he really is.
So, and then I'm gonna tell you guys. Now, again, we got open topic today, but we really want to hear from you guys because I'm gonna tell you, I also been hearing the D challenge and the P challenge, and so whatever's on your mind today.
The challenge, but you got to do the challenge.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for the D challenge.
You got a whole husband. You supposed to know what you're gonna do.
And
for
that's
the
why
D.
I'm not gonna
just let it come out.
And that's why I'm not telling nobody what I'm doing for the D challenge. That's why I'm not gonna tell everybody. You can't tell everything for the D. Can't tell everything.
Well, you can take the D out and just put husband. You can replace it with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I pray to God with my husband. See, you can go like that. You can be positive, put a spin on it. See,
put some holy
be positive. See, I'm just nasty.
Put some holy
oil.
Yeah, okay, I got you. We're gonna do a D challenge. The cat's gonna do a D challenge and a
I did
P
the
challenge. You did the challenge?
Yeah, I did.
I can't do nothing for the D challenge because I ain't got no D.
Well, you can put one ad
out. You got a Bob at home.
Challenge.
What you gonna do for the Bob? Battery operated boyfriend.
Keep on putting batteries.
There you go. I'll buy some batteries for the Bob. There you go.
So check this out, you guys. Again, it's been a great week. I've had an opportunity.
Really? How about a Fangio condom challenge?
I had an opportunity to do some good things this week, and some of you guys had the chance to follow me while doing it. I went to the Shameless House, and I didn't even know they had a Shameless House.
That sounds like a brothel.
Over on Holman.
Shameless House?
Yeah, the house. And I kept calling it a movie, but I went over there on Holman and to where they shoot Shameless at.
Oh,
I went out, I protested last night, and I went to church. I went to Bible class last night, and I just had an amazing week. So again, you guys, our lines is open. We're gonna give you guys a chance to call in, and especially if you guys got a D challenge, if you did the D challenge or the P challenge, we want to hear, or whatever challenge you got, we want to hear from you, especially if you did that D or that P challenge. Now, again, Monique, give us one of our topics that we're gonna start off with. Tell me what we got down.
We had down, what can you do to make a change in your community? What can you do? Since everybody want to tell everybody else what they need to be doing, what can you do?
Okay, so what can you do?
What the hell can
so
you
we got
do?
a lot of things we can talk about today.
You do?
So our phone should be ringing off the hook. You guys still got questions and comments, positive comments that you want to make about what's actually going on in the world. We got stuff going on with Vegas. We got stuff going on here in Chicago with the different protests. We got stuff going on with these different challenges. But most importantly, you also get an opportunity to say, what can you do in your community that can actually make a difference? What could you do in the world that can make a difference? We want to hear from you.
You want to know what I can do to make a difference?
What can you do, James?
Stop caring. I'm tired of caring. I'm tired of giving a damn and being threatened by my own people in my community when I'm trying to do something positive. So it's like, F. You got to have that F in all attitude.
Bring that cat up, son.
The Agenda challenge.
The Agenda. What's that?
We all
Somebody
blind.
said that's Teresa challenge.
Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. We got a call. We want to give up. Somebody said, April said, don't give up, James. So I
don't think hotels should do TSA scanner.
So again, you guys, make sure you call in. Somebody post the number 708-223-8953. Post the number so that we can hear from you guys.
Let's do this real quick. Let's talk about guns in America. Everybody got guns, but I get tired of every time when something tragic happens, people want to talk about we need tougher gun laws. We need tougher gun laws. These people not getting their guns legally. And it don't matter how tough the gun laws you have, people still gonna do certain things.
Right.
I got over 60 guns, but you don't see me out here killing people and massacring.
You are a terrorist.
I'm a coochie terrorist.
You are a terrorist. He got over 60 guns. He's a terrorist.
We're gonna talk about this in a minute. Cats Out Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, Dewan Thurman calling from Detroit, Michigan, the warrior of justice in the courtroom. I just want to plug a couple things. Essentially, I stay in the courtroom, I educate myself, and, the knowledge is there freely for the people. Now, as far as the guns and all that stuff going on, you're absolutely right. You could pass a billion gun laws that does not restrict or cut down on crime. FBI statistics is very clear on that. But in Chicago, when you got guns being dropped in alleys, fully automatics, that's not coming from the streets, of course. That's coming directly from the manufacturer. And our Attorney General has been investigated with Fast Furious with this gun smuggling thing. The media just wiped it under the rug. I got kind of a sore throat because I had oral arguments in court in Detroit. You could check me out on YouTube. Film director owns Oakland County prosecutor. I'm not an attorney. I'm not part of any organization. I'm just a conscious person that's willing to give back. And if people want to learn this stuff, we could do free seminars. We can get together. These are the tools you can protect. Because in that courtroom, it's a whole different beast. You have to understand the psychology of the jury. You have to understand the procedures and protocols. You don't have to go to law school. the court are open. It's a doctrine called open court doctrine. I mean, because I'm seeing people's rights violated only because they don't know, and they only want to know when they get into something. You want to know prior to that.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you for calling in. Thank you.
And Ms. Norris, you doing a fantastic job. Just be safe. I know you covered in the blood of Jesus. I see you putting in work, but the work on the streets has to convert in the courtroom, because that's where they killing us at. In the courtroom, it's a live lynching, literally.
Well, yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You may definitely want to hit us back, because it's you may need some promotion done. So definitely hit the inbox so that we can
I do
you up.
I made case law. I go all the way to the federal Sixth Circuit, but I hit you guys back. I know it's a limit. I know it's time to go, but check it out. Film director owns Oakland County prosecutor on YouTube. About 100,000.
Well, look, bro, I'm going to contact you, because I've been in court for over a year, and I need to know how to legally bury somebody, and I need to go to a federal level.
This is real. This is no fakery. I'm not, everybody is not so keen and sovereign spiritually, but I'm just trying to convert that over, and you don't have to join an organization or be part of anything to acquire this knowledge. And the proof is in the pudding. Go check out the video. It's real.
What is your phone number?
Well, you know what? We don't want you to give your phone number on live. Hit us in our inbox, and we'll get it that way. Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So, again, we don't promote for free.
What the hell is we talking about? But you know what? He made a good point. When he said, he from Detroit, and he talking about Chicago. When he said guns being dropped off, I personally seen this. Ain't nowhere in the world fully automatic, semi-automatic, military-type weaponry should be in a U-Haul, or it's a train sitting on the tracks on the 400 block of Ridgeway, and there are no security guards, no police officers, no nothing, but the locks are off the thing. You go up there, you open the door, you got crates of damn guns and ammo. It's been happening for years. I saw a U-Haul truck a few years back, and this was before I was even driving. I was like 15, riding our bikes or whatever. We go down Chicago Avenue, right off Chicago and Pulaski. Behind Orr is like a little industrial area. So this truck parked right there, right in the hood. It's guns, boxes of goddamn guns in the truck, man. We thought it was a sting, like the police left it there to see who gonna touch it so they can lock them up. Long story short, some of the CVLs got over there. They got the guns, and
Wow.
But I just don't believe they can tighten up the gun laws as much as they want. I don't believe it's really going to make a whole lot of difference.
It's not. And you got guns, don't get rid of your guns.
I don't need them to tamper with stuff, because it messes us up that need them. So leave me alone.
The guns are not killing people. It's the people with the guns. When the guns are in the wrong hands, the guns are killing people. That's like we all got a kitchen. We got knives in the kitchen, though. So if I go get a knife and I go stab me 5 people, are you going to make knife laws?
That's right.
Are you going to go to the manufacturer of that knife and say, well, you need to make smaller knives? Hell no. Man, stop with the gun law crap. It's not going to work. That's these liberals. We can have a zombie apocalypse, and they'll be like, well, we have to be keen to their dietary needs. Catch Out Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Hello, my name is Tina Sanders, and I'm calling from Buffalo, New York.
Well, hello, Buffalo, New York.
Hi, Vera. Thank you for everything that you do as well. I'm responding to the question about what can we do in our community. I work very hard in our community here, where I respond to shootings, homicides, and I work with families and children or siblings left behind. But one of the things that we have to do in our community is unify. We have to pull together. If you think about it, it's so hard for the Black race to trust and pull together as one. You have every other nationality will stay in the house with 100 people to build up their family, but we struggle with that. So when it comes to the community and working hard, we got to get out here. We got to get boots on the ground, walking the streets, knocking on doors, educating our people to what is and what's not, so that they'll be aware and be willing to fight. We got to get our community back. We got to win our community back. When it said it takes the neighborhood and it takes the village, that has not changed. It has not changed. And when it comes to the guns, we don't have the money to bring the guns in here. We know that. So where are they coming from? Is those people that sit high and look low at us and think, oh, they just gullible. That's what they do. That's what they like.
That's true.
Same with the
you're
drugs.
right. We don't have the money to bring in that type of weaponry. I just told y'all where it's coming from.
Right. We don't have that money. And it's the people that's in places and positions that's bringing it over here, and they're getting rich off of us.
And if we do have the money, I can get you an AK-47 damn near brand new for about $150.
That's what I was just
That's the truth.
Guns
we ain't going to be mad. These fools ain't going to no
much.
gun shops. They ain't going to no gun
gonna
shop getting these guns.
Sure not going.
I got legal and illegal. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You said the corner store. Wow.
Yeah. We got an ice cream man, and I ain't even gonna say his name.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing about it all, we just had one of the Arabian stores here in Buffalo shut down because they were selling guns at the store. So it's not like it's hard to do. Our kids are getting these guns. We have so many homicides in this city, and it's heartbreaking because I'm that person that's working with the family. I'm that person that goes to that homicide. I'm the one that's helping that family get to crime victims to try to get their loved ones buried. And it's our children. It's not the old no more. It's our children. But all these OGs that's out here that they're set down now for whatever reason it may be, why don't they step up and talk to our young people?
Ma'am, I fully agree with you, but I tell you why the original gangsters or the OGs not stepping up. It's because these younger people, they don't respect them because they don't know them. And even if they do know them, they not respecting them. Some of these cats have been in jail for 25, 30 years. They used to be one of the toughest on the streets, multi-millionaires. These kids don't know who they is. When they get out, they go back to these blocks. The older guys respect them because they know who they is. They bow down. Oh, man, it's you. What's up, man? Oh, man. It's like they real timid around them. But the young guys see him, man, who the hell is that? Oh, man, that's Willie Lloyd, for example. Man, oh, man, fuck a Willie Lloyd. We don't know that nigga. They not listening. It is no more leadership. There is no more structure on these streets. They not listening. So I understand where you coming from, and you saying we have to unify with our community, but you can't save somebody that don't want to be saved. And everybody, the first thing they say is, oh, well, we need jobs in the community. They don't want jobs. You can offer these cats a job making $25 an hour with full benefits. They would rather be in the streets playing follow the leader with their friends.
Thanks for calling in, hon. We appreciate you. We got another caller, but thank you.
Thank you.
But I truly get what she's saying about the streets. Ken South Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
They don't know how to keep their stuff to the minimum when they calling you.
But you can't save somebody that don't want to be saved.
No, you cannot.
No,
you cannot.
And again, I can't say this enough. I can't say this enough. And I know it's difficult to point the finger, but anybody that's waiting on somebody else to do something differently, it's your fault.
Yep. So
again, I know, and I can tell you how you know when you're making a difference, because I go some places and I got people like, Vera, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing what you should be doing. You know, I'm where you should be, because if I can be out here and not scared, why you a full-grown man? Why you a full-grown pastor? Take over your community.
Turn your live down. Turn your live down. But you know what really irritates me? When we out there, we record and stuff, people will jump all in your comments. Well, what are you doing for your community? You watching it, right?
Right.
You don't see Fox out there. You don't see CNN. You don't see none of them people out there. So if I'm out there, I'm recording it and I'm speaking on it and I'm trying to get people to contact me so I can see how we can get together and change what's going on. That's me doing something in my community.
Yeah, they should go out there.
Don't sit there talking about what I'm doing. What the hell are you doing?
I see them telling everybody, why don't you go there?
Go ahead, caller. State where you're calling from and your name, please.
I see people doing that.
Ken South Show.
Hello?
Hello, caller. Go ahead. State your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Betty Lee Hampton, and I'm calling from Gary, Indiana. I'm from Chicago's West Side, and I believe that first of all, that things start at home, and that a lot of things that are going on in our community is due to parenting. Most people are conforming, and Mr. James, you had you made a great statement that these kids aren't listening to these old heads. Even the Bible says that the older for wisdom, and the younger for war. You know what I mean? It's going to take these younger people to reach these younger people. You know what I mean? But it starts with the parenting. Parents have to be more involved. Get in your kids' business. Your kids are not paying no phone bills. Find out what's going on their cell phone, what's going on Facebook. You know what I mean? Who your kids' friends are. I am a very active parent and a very active grandmother. I am in your business. Call me the phone police. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. But I can't help somebody else's kids or help my community if my situation isn't right. You know what I mean? And a lot of these parents, they prefer to be friends with their children than to parents. You know what I mean? And I had to say it with my children that I can't be your friend until I'm not your friend. Number one, you don't want to cross those lines because it's hard to go back over. I can somewhat be a little lenient when you become independent of yourself. That means having your own home, having your own job. And, you know, most definitely education is number one. And another thing about these guns, he's not lying. The guns and the police are putting them in our area. For drugs, they're doing the same thing. When I used to 421 West Washington, and I've seen the police bring the drugs right behind my house. You know what I mean? I used to have to take my kids through the crowd. It was so large. You know what I mean? And then, you know, they ask questions like, "Mama, what's going on?" And have to tell them and keep it real with them about what's going on. You know what I mean? And let them know. As far as gang banging, only gang that you're gonna be in is the Betty gang and the Jesus gang. You know what I mean? And if you having any problems, let me know. But you got to, but we have to stand up. You know what I mean? A lot of people in the community, they're afraid to say anything and stuff like that. With that, you have to be bold.
Okay, you know? well, Gary, Indiana, thank you so much for that comment. We appreciate you, sister. Thank you.
But you know what? At some point, some of these kids need to be held accountable for what they do also. They have common sense.
All kids
they have common sense. So when are they going to be responsible? Just because somebody putting something somewhere don't mean you're supposed to touch it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go back to what James was saying as far as when we're out there recording. I can't tell you how many people like, "Oh, you doing too much. You out here because you're getting views." No, I'm out here doing what you can do. And if we all do it, then we don't have to wait for the news media. We are the news media. And they will respect us more. But you respect Channel 2, 5, 7, and 9 when they not going to do what we're doing. I told people, Channel 2, 5, 7, and 9 not going to be out here in the middle of the nighttime jumping over barricades, not knowing if whether the police going to tow their car or not knowing if they're going to get arrested. They're not going to do that. But we're out here because we're bringing awareness. And if we didn't bring the awareness, then folks around the globe would not know what's going on.
That's true.
So people get mad at you for being who they could be. And that's hate. That's why and I said this, if we could learn to stick together, do what you can do to make a difference, we can all make it across the promised land. I guarantee you, if we were those people that were stuck in the wilderness, now I see why we were stuck.
Some people don't watch the news. Some people do not watch the news. They get their news from social media.
That's right.
Which is almost like the best way to get
more from the streets and social media than you ever can on the news.
Because the news is lying.
And the one reason why these kids or whoever not respecting the OGs out here is because they don't respect their parents at home. And the lady that last call made a really good point. She said, "Be your kid's parent, not their friend." And that's correct. My parents would have done anything in the world for me, still would do anything in the world for me to the best of their ability. But they made it clear that they were never my friend. Nope. Because once you have your kid comfortable enough where they feel as though, oh, we cool, they feel like they can do what they want to do, they can say what they want to say. But you know what I got when I thought that my mother or my father was my friend to that level, and I said a little something joking around? Because you usually joke around, it's all funny. Then when they serious, you sitting there thinking they joking around. You know what I got? Bop. In the goddamn mouth. That's what you got. Kids Out Show, Jay Hustle speaking.
Go ahead, state your name and where you're calling from, caller.
Yes, I'm Tiffany, and I'm calling from the West Side. And I agree 100% with everything that you all are saying. I think that in order to make a change, first off, to make a change for the community, it starts within the community. And one thing, I'm going to tell you something, I'm 30-some years old, and I have 7 kids that I'm raising with my mate. I brought along 3, and she brought along 4. And I'm dealing with kids ranging from as as young as 3 years old and as old as 17 years old. And one thing that I noticed is that the way we're trying to raise our kids is not the way I see everybody else around me, the people next door, the people across the street. I don't see people trying to raise their kids the way that we're raising our kids. And to be honest, I'm bringing the raising from the old school because that's all I knew. You know, they had all those rules back in the day when I was little. Hey, you know, you can't hit your kids. You can't do this. You can't do that. You could call 911. Let me tell you something. I was so fearful. Those rules were still the same when I was younger. And I was so fearful of picking up the phone and calling anybody. I had the fear of God, fear of my mama and father in me. So I knew that everything that they was doing, even though I didn't like it as a child, I grew up and become an adult that did not have a background, did not have a record, not get into all type of stuff. And the reason why they were overprotective was to protect me from having to go through that stuff in life. So rules and values and morals, what I'm finding is that these young people are not abiding by the same rules that we grew up with. And then you got society that's telling you, hey, yeah, you have a right to be a jerk. You have a right to say anything you want to say. You have a right to do what you want. And you wonder why the community is so messed up. My kids, I barely let them go outside. When they want to have some outside time, I take them somewhere structured where they can enjoy having fun without being a product of the community, so to speak. I'm not going to let my kids go outside, go up and down the street, go 2 to 3 blocks. They little people. They not finna go walk to McDonald's, walk to the store, walk to the restaurants, being exposed to other people that are not training their kids the way I am. And that's the way that I protect them, so that the influence of what their friends are going through doesn't rub off on my kids. Do that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. And thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Have a great one. Have a great one.
Ain't nothing wrong with sheltering your kids.
Kids find a way to do anything anyway.
Things from them.
They find a way all the time. I'm trying to figure out how to do a 5-year-old walk down the street alone. Because you see that all the time.
I see it all the time. Man, all you got to do, go anywhere down Madison from Sacramento to Austin. Anywhere down Madison. I guarantee you, even during school hours, you're going to see a 5-year-old walking a 3-year-old to the store, crossing the street by themselves. The damn kids out here, 3, 4, 5 years old, walking around with Pampers on with they damn pants sagging and shit. They following what they know. It's not the kids at that age. Now, if you older and you have sense, I blame you. But if you a child, you don't know no better. You know what you're being taught. And if you are a mother or you a father and you allow your 3 and 4 year old to sag their pants, that's on you. It ain't on them.
I promise you, I can't make this up. I can't. I was on the south side of Chicago the other day, and I was near the hundreds. I be everywhere. And I seen a little boy. He could not be no more than about 7, 8 years old, coming from the store with some milk. And I'm like, who sent a 7-year-old? I cannot imagine. But then I said, you know what, Vera, stay out of folks' business, because you don't know their circumstances. But where I come from, my baby's not going nowhere. And just like the caller said, since school started back, my kids not been outside to play. It's like, okay, y'all played all summer. Ain't no sense of coming home. So I was like, can I go outside and play? Girl, you better go and play in that room and find out how we gonna add what's 2 + 2, 3 + 3, and go in there and know your spelling words. We're not playing. And my 12-year-old, when she say, can we go outside and play? Yeah, to the library. That's and right. You need to be back here by 7 o'clock. Yeah. Matter of fact, 6:30. But that's the only time. But it's like we don't have time to play. And then even with being your kids' friends, I can't say this enough. I got some 31-year-olds and I'm still not their friend. I don't even try to be their friend. Matter of fact, if you let them tell it, I'm probably the op.
I don't even like my kids. I'm probably the op.
One of the things I say, the best thing you can do for your children is rise above your children and stay above your children. I tell mine all the time, I may not be your friend. As a matter of fact, you might consider me the op, but whoever you consider your mentor, I'm going to make sure your mentor consider me their mentor. I'm going to stay a step ahead of you. That's just how I play it. So whoever you looking up to, I'm going to make sure they looking up to me. I'm going to make sure that they're talking great about your mother. So even when they're talking great about your mother, even what you think, it don't mean nothing, because the person that you're looking up to, they think I'm awesome. How about that? That's where I think we should stay at as parents. Stay a step above your children. And we'll win that way.
We live in a different time. Like you said, who'll send a 7-year-old? 7-year-old, I see. Like, Okay, let's say the street that we own now.
Nowhere.
If the store is not across the street or it's down the street, is like 7, 8, 9, 10 houses down on the same block, and you could physically see them, then yeah, you send your kids. But it depends on the neighborhood you in. When I was growing up, I used to walk on Ohio and Hamlin all the time to Ramos. My mama used to send me with that note. They either pin a note to your damn shirt, and you go in there. Abraham would take that note, know what you want. Half pound of turkey, pack of cool cigarette, milk. Okay, here, Jamie, you give me. Like they knew what it was. They allowed your parents to come back later and pay them if you didn't have it. And these was Arabs. So I mean, things are not like it was back then. When growing up in the 80s was so much different than now. Now you can't even send your kid on the porch to play. No, my kid's not going outside. I've never even allowed my kids to play outside in front of my mother's house. I never took them to a park in the hood because you can't. I want them to be able to play and enjoy themselves as a kid without worrying about catching a bullet. So I would take my kids to Oak Park and Forest Park, but now it's like Oak Park and Forest Park being overrun because these ghetto ass parents bringing their little ghetto ass kids and letting these niggas run wild in these parks. So now you got to find another park. Cat South Show, J Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Medford, Wisconsin.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a question or your statement.
I just want to say, James, you're right with what you're saying. It starts from the home. The only way our kids going to go the way they should be, for one, they need to be in a godly home.
Amen. Okay. Amen.
Need to be, bring God back into your home, bring God back in our schools, put God back in our flag. That's where, I mean, a lot of stuff wouldn't be happening if we just, if the country didn't kick God out of our country, and that's the problem. We kick God out of our country, and we need to bring God back into our country. Oh, by the way, James, can I give you a kiss and a hug? I think you're so
go
cute.
Ahead.
Well, he got to figure
out from Facebook. You see me on Facebook quite a bit.
All right.
You just said go ahead. She asked for you for a whole kiss and a hug.
It's a cyber hug.
Okay.
might be one of them holy kisses. Like.
All right. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, buddy. But man, we living in different times, and it's messed up. It's like your kids can't be kids; they can't enjoy themselves, and we just live in a messed up world. I just find it crazy. It's like we a bunch of savages. These kids out here running wild, and it starts at home. So if it starts at home, if you're not enforcing rules at home and you teaching them the wrong things, they're gonna get out in the streets and they're gonna do worse because we were raised right by our parents, and even though we were raised right. When you become a teenager, you become rebellious. That's a natural trait. You start to see how far you could push the limit, how far you could, test the waters. You're going to do little things here and there. So if we was doing that back then, imagine what the hell they doing now. Like what we used to do, we used to go in the vacant lot, throw rocks or something at bottles, break the bottles up against the building. Wasn't bothering nobody, but kids now, they throwing bullets.
I teach my kids, to do certain things, but me and my daughter, we're nothing alike. I'm like, who house she was raised in? Some things she do. I'm not saying she do no bad things, but I have to go back and ask her who you lived with, because I could have sworn you was down the hall. But she do certain things. So it's not always what the parents do.
You have a teenager. You know what she thinking? I'm grown. I'm 18. You can't tell me what to do. Bop! Slap the shit out of her ass. I ain't lying to you.
But these new school teenagers.
Knock them back into reality.
Woo-wee, these new school teenagers.
Cat South Show, J Hustle speaking. State your name. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, go ahead with your question or your statement.
Well, I wanted to touch on the Kanika Jenkins case. Is that okay?
Sure.
I understand that, Miss Teresa, she stopped the protest and they were saying it's a sacrifice to, what sacrifice? I don't know what the sacrifice was, but it was a sacrifice to get her daughter laid to rest without any problems. Now, as far as what the problem was, I do not know, and that's why I'm, trying to get some light on this. But anyway, so as we've seen the tape in the past week where they've showed the whole 36 hours, and I've viewed a lot of that 36 hours, but there's so many missing pieces to those tapes. And they are heavily edited. Do you think that the police department or the Rosemont Hotel is responsible because Rosemont Hotel said they released the whole footage first, and the police were the ones who edited them.
Oh, wow.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't think we'll ever know who did what. Because, see, unlike us sometimes, some people know how to stick together in their lives.
Right.
And I don't know if we'll ever find out who did what and how they did it.
Yes.
Actually, if you look at the videos, they tell the story. It's just they edited them so bad till that's why FBI should investigate, because they edited them. I mean, it's deep editing in those videos, but you can tell exactly what happened. I mean, if I had my daughter's computer is at her sister's house, but if I had my computer here to go over those videos step by step, I promise you, I could get it together for you, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because the proof is right there on those videos. It's just that they edited out people, they put people in. I mean, it could be worked out. That's why FBI would need to get in.
So what do you think happened?
From what I saw, from the videos that I saw, and this from when they first brought those the first ones they sent out. I said all along that guy, somebody was carrying her through those hallways.
Wait a minute, let me interrupt you. This is what I want you to do. You got 30 seconds. Tell us exactly what happened, how did it happen, and let's go from there.
Okay. When you saw when the guy rammed her face into that bathroom wall. That's what knocked her out. From there, she wasn't walking through those halls. All that stuff that y'all see, that's not what happened. That was not her. Some of it was, like I say, it's very edited, so it's hard to, just give. I can't give it all to you in 30 seconds. But she was knocked out in those hallways, and she was carried through those hallways, mainly knocked out. And when she was coming around that corner, that girl was trying to run. And it's other people involved in this also in that hotel. She was being guided also. And it was people protecting him, telling him when to go and get her across past that guard station and the cameras and stuff. And that's why it's so heavily edited, because the answers are there. I know this. The answers are there. I've seen it. And the way, look at his hand, because I said it from the jump when I saw her being carried through those halls, even though you can't see him carrying her, and it looks like she's walking with wet spaghetti legs, that girl was being carried through those hallways, and she was being held up in a way that he knew. So this ain't their first rodeo doing this. This is not their first rodeo, because he knew where the cameras was. He knew how to hold her body in position to get her through those hallways to make it look. That's why her face is blurred out on every just about on every monitor. Everyone blurred.
I don't think that was her.
Huh?
I don't think that was her in all the videos.
I don't think so
that's
neither.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. See, that's why I say it was. The videos were very, very heavily edited. But see, they wasn't smart enough. You can catch things going out of frame, but you have to be precise. I mean, you got to have time to get this shit together. I'm sorry for cussing, but you got to have time to get it together. Because as she's going out of frame, you can tell her hand is limp, and you can tell her eyes are closed and her mouth is open as if she's gone. She's either passed out at that point or either she's totally gone. But the proof is there. They thought that they were smart, but they're not smart. There's some people out here with brains, really.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, caller. Thank you.
You're welcome, but send Miss Teresa our love, and we still gonna support her. I can't do too much because I'm out of town. I'm not in Chicago, but I'm doing all I can. I'm calling. I'm making noise in a silent way. So it's not over. And I don't think it's gonna be it.
Are we connected on social media?
No, but I'll connect with you.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you send a message and let's connect on social media. I'd like to see what you come up with. Vera Giles Norris. Make sure you connect with us.
Sure will.
Okay, thank you.
I just don't think if they'll ever find out what happened.
Time, or if anybody have, matter of fact, this is a message to America. Anybody have time to look at those videos? The proof is there. Come get with me, get in on it. The proof is there. You just got to take time and figure it out, because there's some frames she's there, but they edited her out. When she's being attacked, she's there, but they edited her out. Look at those videos. Look at them.
Okay, thank you. Make sure you send a inbox message ASAP. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
They are not going to ever find out anything from those videos. They went too far to cover this up. So nobody's going to tell the truth. So somebody else do have to get involved with that. They're not going to go say, hey, we tired now. Here go the real stuff. It just don't work like that.
Okay. So again, our phone lines are still open, you guys. We still want to hear with you. You know, what do you think?
I think her friends,
we don't hear very many people calling in and talking about what's going on and what happened in Vegas. Hey, have you got family members or friends?
He was a terrorist.
They said what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right. So I guess that's what's happening. It's staying in Vegas. But if you got family members and friends that's, in Vegas and you want to, share, let us hear from you. Or if one of your loved ones was caught in the crossfire and, let us hear from you. Again, if you got a D challenge, if you made up a D challenge, let us talk to you and let us hear what your D challenge or your P challenge is. If you got thoughts about the beard group or the gray sweatpants group, let us hear from you as well. So we got a lot on the table today, and we, kind of open with it. I'm gonna
call in people 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953.
I think these men are real horrible. I have been seeing men that's jealous of the beard challenge.
The beard challenge.
The beard game group, whatever it is. What has the world come to? A man is worried about another man's face. I don't care.
They're mad because the women getting them dudes attention.
Come on, that's some gay stuff. That's some gay stuff. I
had a beard when Rick Ross was pushing it to the limit.
Every time I keep hearing them men talking about some other man's beard, I'm like, man, what kind of panties is he wearing? That's what come across my mind. What color is his panties?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm hating on. Look, if you're gonna have a beard, be natural. Stop getting that paint. Stop spray painting your face. Now you go down on a woman and you come up, your beard gone. Now she got all this black stuff on it.
Well, and the only thing I can say is men do need to be careful, because if you married to a thought, ain't no sense of her being in the beard group or the gray sweatpants group. That's just the truth. So ain't everything for everybody. So I understand that. You got to know who You got to know who you married to, though, because there are some men that's like, my wife better not get in no beard group. They're not getting the great. Yeah, because you know who you married to. Mm-hmm. So when you know who you married to, you got to set the bars. You got to set the limits. That's just what it is. Because what else can you do? But again,
but you got to realize people human. I don't give a damn what group you in. Go on, do your thing. As long as you ain't posting stuff up and that, you can look all you want.
Because some of them ain't even got to be in a group. They ain't even got to have a group. And when they just gonna do what they gonna do, they gonna do it whether they in a group or with not being in a group. But I'm just saying, you can't take everybody everywhere. And that's with men and women. Mm-hmm. It's just, the truth is what it is. Okay.
I don't see what the turn on is all about, honestly. I ain't gonna tell you what I think them beards smell like.
Look, now I had a beard, goddammit. It's all about the individual. My auntie got a beard.
Yeah, somebody's talking about the security guard. Guard. Now, you know what? I got interviews with the security guards too that had on black and white. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see my Facebook Live where I actually interviewed those security guards at the hotel. And then on one of my lives, one of the security guards lied on me and said that I had been put out the hotel. I'm like, y'all ain't put me out no hotel. What are you talking about? He wouldn't even let me come in to use the bathroom when they found out that I was protesting. And I'm like, okay, well, were you here the night that this happened? Because you suspect, and it was one of them, the ones that was in the black and white. So I'm gonna go back and find those videos and pull them up.
You a suspect.
No, he told me when he found out that I was part of the protest, mm-hmm. he would not allow me to go and use the bathroom in there any longer. And then he told me that they had put me out the hotel. But I'm like, y'all had never put me out of this hotel, so you're lying. So that was on one of my live videos from the protest that night. One of the black and whites live. And I want to know if that black and white was one of the ones that was on staff the night that this happened. So we're going to go pull those pictures up and do screenshots and see.
I wonder, can I get in the hotel right now?
No, probably not.
Hotel.
Go down there with go down there with my suitcase. It's not like I'm getting a room or something and go in the basement.
You probably could, but you definitely got to be dressed apart.
Yeah. Put some heels and stuff on, a suit jacket.
Yeah.
The president think you're an escort. Like, Bill's down that way. $1,000 an hour.
As long as they get me in there.
$1,000 an hour.
Yeah, them escorts be making money. I thought about being an escort myself, but I ain't got the looks.
$1,000 an hour. I just want to be her driver, girl. Let me drive you there.
I can be security. They be having a little security with them. Yeah, I can be security because I ain't got the looks.
Oh, somebody said that was him? That was the guy that was in my video?
That was him on all the other tapes.
That's what somebody said, that because these people, I'm telling you, y'all, let me tell you, I don't get a chance to go back and look at all of the comments, and I don't get a chance to go back and look at all of the videos. You can only do so much. So if I went back and read all of the comments, and if I went back and looked at all of the videos, I would never get no sleep. I couldn't even take care of my family. So one of the things about putting the videos out there is so that you guys could go look at that.
Somebody with some money.
Yeah, so you guys could probably go look at it and research the comments and see what's happening. Because somebody can't do all of it. I know I don't have enough time in the day to do all of it.
All right, somebody got a question, let me see. Barbara Christine, she says, I have a serious question for you guys. I'm a single white female. Every day I hear about racial relationships. What can I do to improve the situation? Just in a few simple ideas.
She said, what?
When you're done talking about beards. She says she have a serious question. She's a single white female. Every day she hears about racial relationships. Are you talking about like interracial relationships, dating a black guy?
Tell her to call in.
Call in 708-223-8953.
But read her question again.
Let's talk about Hugh Hefner and R. Kelly real quick since we jumped on that. Why is it that everybody down R. Kelly, but ain't nobody saying nothing about Hugh Hefner? They both was just some dirty ass old men. They were just some old ass sugar daddy.
Well, I don't know if R. Kelly had
R. Kelly is not an old man.
No, Kel's got money. Now,
he ain't got
Hugh Hefner money, but Kel's got
they in a different category. I mean, you can't compare Walmart to Macy's, or you can't compare. You just can't.
But you get better deals at Walmart.
Damn. And guess what? R. Kelly got better deals in the hood. So that's why he was able to, do PP and all types of stuff on people. Kelly got deals. I
have never condoned what R. Kelly did, but I say R. Kelly's smart. Hugh Hefner, you getting these chicks where you got to shove out all this money, pay $1 million. Kel's go in the hood, and just because he Kel's, he can buy her a gyro cheeseburger or just go off his name, and the whole crew run a train on just, that's Kel's. But Hugh Hefner, you got to give me $1 million, daddy. Okay.
Because he got it like that.
Cat's Out Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
My name is James. I'm calling from Chicago, and I've been one of the ones out there with the protest with the Kanika Jenkins case. And that's one of the things that the hotel is covering up, that it was hotel security, but we don't know for a fact, and we just asking that we continue to keep the pressure on the hotel, and you guys are doing a great job, but we would like for you to join us in the march for justice for Kanika.
Oh, you would like for who to join? Because we've been out there every day.
I know you be out there every day, Miss Vera. I see you out there every day. But we just want to bring more awareness to, to the call. I was so happy on yesterday because it was a lot of people out there, and I'm just encouraging people to just come back out. Don't allow it to be about one person, but just allow it to be justice for Kanika, and just come on out and support Mother Teresa, because she need all our help. She need our help.
Yeah, well, thank you. As a matter of fact, when you see one cat showing up to represent, you just about seen us all, because we got different schedules, different time zones. So we try and come out there and represent. You may not see one, you may see the other, you may see, however it is, but we all work together. We all work together.
Exactly. We all working together to bring justice.
All right, brother. James, thank you, James. You make sure you do the same, brother. See you later.
Why not? The people, some of them gone now.
Yeah, some are gone, but it's still a bunch of phony people out there trying to start some stuff that shouldn't be started.
Cool.
And I got this temper, and my asshole, and I can't watch my mouth. I can't be quiet. What's right is right.
Just go out there with some gray tape on your mouth and shut up.
Or put a bullhorn in your mouth.
How about we knock your ass out and drag you through a few hallways and do a reenaction so we can see if you
That's
can
not
escape.
Gonna go well.
It ain't gonna go well with you trying to put no gray tape on my mouth. What you been watching a Lifetime channel? This ain't 50 Shades of Grey. You know, I don't do no bondage.
So again, you guys,
it's not gonna go well.
If anybody, if anybody did the D challenge or the P challenge, call into the show.
R. Kelly is my friend.
Let us hear what you got going on.
Peed on you?
Yep, sure.
You know people be paying like $5,000 to get peed on. It's some type of weird ass fetish. $5,000? Look, if you one of them weird ass people that like to get peed on,
$5,000 to get peed on?
I got deals. $500. Matter of fact, I'm pissing on everybody. $200 a person. Discounted right now.
They get what kind of pee?
I don't know what kind of pee. You want it to be organic pee? I eat pineapples. I drink some water. Whatever you want. I'm pissed.
It's called a golden shower.
$5,000. They gonna be burning.
That's what you call a golden shower.
That's on them. But if you pay me $5,000, I'm pissing. I don't care who is on. You can tell me go piss on somebody and give me $5,000. I'm gonna go piss on their ass. You know, I'm gonna be R. Kelly all day.
Just call it the golden shower.
Golden shower, clear shower, whatever you need. Hell, you want me to drink some Mountain Dew? I got you. $5,000.
Somebody said Chicagoans will curse you out in a heartbeat. Go 0 to 100 real quick. Mm-hmm. So again, ask James about the P challenge. James.
The P challenge. Oh, you got me messed up right there. I'm like, they got a challenge where they actually piss on people. What about it?
You gonna do the P challenge?
At this moment? Nah, I ain't gonna do the P challenge.
We'll come back with
Monique, you can do the D challenge.
No, she ain't, because she ain't got no D.
Well, you can do the Bob challenge.
What is the Bob challenge?
Your battery operated boyfriend. I know them sounds that making fellas. Stop being scared to go to the sex store and buy your woman's toy.
Well, thank you. We got D from Hawaii tuning in. We appreciate you, D. Thank you. So listen here, you guys. I tell you what, we can't make this stuff up. But what we're going to do, because you guys right here, you guys are backstage with us, but we're actually on live as well. But tell you what, we're going to take a quick music break. We're going to come back. But you're watching us today. It's the Cats. We on Intellectual Radio. We on iHeartRadio. And we on Facebook Live
many a times.
And we here letting the cat out the bag.
Meow.
I've been lost, I've been tired, but I feel with desire. Somehow I know that it's all gonna change. Everything's gonna change. Big city lights, big city dreams. It's the sound of the city that wakes me. So many people living with the blues. So many things that I can tell you. I got this funny feeling, got this funny feeling that something's going down. I can almost hear the sound going boom, 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 going round. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, seems like no one is happy. People living without a voice. Seems like no one really has a choice. I feel free and lost.
Yes, that's Show. Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from. Turn your live down. Turn your live down.
Okay, we can hear your live. You got to turn us down. Go ahead, state your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is. Are you speaking with me?
Yes, ma'am. You got to turn your live down.
My name is Barbara Christine. I'm from Rapid City, South Dakota, and I want to know what positive things I can do in my life to make racial relationships better. I don't want to hear all the negative all the time. There's people that are real, that do care about everybody, and I want to know what I can do to make that improvement in my life and in the lives of people that don't know Black people like I don't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. First, I thought you were talking about interracial relationships. But
No. I have lots of friends, and I've been with lots of different kinds of people. I want to know is sitting on my couch with my phone in my hand watching CNN, what I can do as a white person to make a Black person feel that there's not a division just because I walk up and say hello.
You want me to give you the truth from my personal opinion?
Absolutely, I do.
I say be yourself, because you're going to encounter a lot of black people that are going to embrace you and just see you as a person, such as me. But then you're going to run across some black people that's just assholes, and they're going to see a white person and be like, they the devil.
Don't try
I'm just
too
being
hard.
honest.
Do not try too hard.
Don't try to be something you're not. Just be yourself.
Okay, now let me give you my opinion, because the
Absolutely, ma'am.
Because the truth of the matter is that black people are the one group of people that are the least racist. We don't even really understand race, because if you look at our community, we are the only race of people that allow Lottie Dottie and everyone to come into our community and break bread with us, break bread off of us. So if you're feeling anything in your spirit, then what you have to do is look in the mirror and get yourself together, because it's not the black people that got a problem with you. It's you having a problem with how to approach black people. We accept all people.
Maybe she afraid to.
I'm 5 foot 10. I have long blonde hair, and if I walk past a black woman or a black male, they're gonna turn around and give me some kind of look.
Well,
I know where you live
at. Everything. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to get information to make my life better, so I don't listen to James being upset about, these guys are protesting. I want to know what I can do so there's not protesting.
Did you say you live in Dakota?
I wouldn't even
worry about it. I live in Rapid City, South Dakota.
Okay, so
the
like
big hills
I said,
on the mountain, that's me.
If you walk past a black man and a black woman and they give you a look, it depends on if they some racist assholes or not, because black people are racist, and I don't care what a black person say to me. Racism is in black communities as well, just like it's white.
It's in every community. I've lived in Europe most of my life. My dad was in the military for 27 years. I was describing this gentleman to my mother. I said, he's got really curly hair. And she's like, what are you talking about? I said, this guy that was at our Bible study, he's got really curly hair. And she's like, oh, the black guy. I was like, I wasn't even raised to notice that there was different colors in people. I was raised that everyone is the same. You have to give them the same opportunity to speak their minds, to worship their gods, and to perform things in life that they're called to do.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's where you're at, because I'm here and I'm from Chicago, and and where I'm from and what I've experienced is that black people are some of the most definitely not racist. Because when you come into our community, you can see every race of people, and those are normally the race of people that end up being our doctors. Those are the people that we're spending our monies with into the store. Those are the people that's actually cooking our food. I mean, those are the people that we're dropping our children off to daycare centers and things like that. So again, in my opinion, you just need to be who you are. If somebody don't want to speak to you, maybe they just don't like you. Keep it moving and go to the next person. Don't try too hard, and don't make it a race thing. If you don't make it a race thing, then it's not a race thing. Because everybody, it's even black folks that don't like black folks. It's white people that don't like white people.
There's a breed of N-word in every race. It's not a term for a color of skin, in my opinion. It's the color of somebody's attitude.
Kevin said you can start by
It's just man over matter. It's man over matter with this situation. It might be just you just thinking like that.
So, honey, I'm trying to be proactive here. I don't want to have to walk down the street and be afraid.
Well, don't do it.
Have to walk.
If you don't want to walk down the street,
don't be afraid. I say fuck it. Don't be afraid.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just don't walk past and walk across the street.
No, don't walk across the street. Walk through their ass. If they don't move, knock them the fuck out the way. That's what I tell you.
I want it to be a positive environment no matter where I go. I mean, I'm fixing to go to Florida next week. And I want to be able to not be uncomfortable with somebody because of their color. And I don't want to be judged because I'm trying to make a positive thing. I just want to know, what can I do?
What is your name again? Say your name again.
My name is Barbara Christine.
Okay, well, Barbara.
I follow James all the time. I sit and watch. And mostly it's about protests and things that are negative in the racial world. And I want to know what I can do to make a positive influence.
That's so let me back up. Let me back so make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. You say you watch James all the time, and most of the time it's negative?
No, they're talking about protesting, and right now they're talking about sex and peeing on each, and that's cool. That's why I watch you guys, because you're down to the bone, real people. That's why I watch.
Okay. So
I've known in my life, because of the military situation and the environments I've been in, I've known probably maybe 20 black people in my entire life. I live in a town of 70,000 people. There's maybe 200 black people here, maybe.
Your question, and I may truly understand where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
before you started following me, did you see most black men in a different perspective? Even though you were raised to see everybody equally, I understand that, I get that, I respect that. But before you started following me, did you kind of sort of see most black men the same until you started seeing things I was talking about and doing?
Honestly, sir, if I walked to a crowd and there's black people in the crowd, they're all going to stop. I've been to Alabama, I've been to the Cotton Club, I've been all over the country, and I guarantee you, if I walk into a room where there's a bunch of black people or any other color than me, they're going to stop and they're going to make judgments, and they do it I have black people in my church. The bishop of my church is black.
Okay, so let me tell you what I suggest that you do.
Please.
Okay, get you a pen and a piece of paper out. This is what I want you to do.
I got it, because I got your number.
Okay, I want you to go have sex with 5 black men.
I guess.
Or you could just have sex with me. I can give you 2. Oh, never mind.
Say it again.
I said I can't find 5 black men that are over 5'10" in this city.
I want you to inbox me, and I'm gonna help you find you some black men. And I want you to have sex with 5 black men. And once you get some of that black D, then I want you to take the D challenge as well. So we're gonna help you out. I'm glad you called our show. That's all you need. You need some black penis in your life. I just need some black
dick, and my life would be just so much better. Is that what you're saying?
That's it. You're going to be all right then. I'm going to help you out, girl.
Okay.
All right. So you make sure you inbox. Thank you.
If I wasn't engaged, I'd give her the D. She could have the D. I ain't even a lot to
you ain't even seen her.
I don't give a damn. If I wasn't engaged and it was a thirsty night, I'm going to hit you.
How you just going to give somebody the D and you ain't even seen them?
Have sex with 5 black men, she'd be all right.
But look, I don't care if they black or white. I've been with all types of women.
You guys,
all women.
I'm gonna tell you,
don't think she black afterwards.
We can't even make this stuff up. But you just witnessed another episode of The Cat.
She's gonna be all kind of stuff.
We on iHeartRadio, and we on Facebook Live many a times. And what we did is we have officially let the cat out the bag. Okay, throw some hearts up. Let us know y'all meow. Throw them hearts up.
Big city lights, big city dreams, sound of a city that waits me.